What is up, guys? JR is back again with one question for you. Are you ready for the Juggernaut? Well, I sure hope so, because I'm giving you guys another battle today to make up for the lack of a Thursday upload this past week. I'm gonna hopefully this week get some battles in, like, of all different tiers, because I can understand if all these UU battles can get kind of boring, even if the battles are of good quality. But yeah, also part of the problem is that I haven't been doing any tournaments lately, so I've been taking a break from that, so it's hard for me to actually make the time to do a tournament, because those are usually when I actually get some of my best battles, because if I get paired against one of the better battlers on the PO forums, then it could end up being either really one-sided against me or a really good battle. So yeah, keep that in mind. Good example are a bunch of battles I've had with Eternal, and among other players. But yeah, this is a UU match I had versus a user by the name of Prince of Gimmicks. Again, another fairly standard match, but this had some pretty interesting moments here and there. So I'm going to play this back right now. So without further ado, guys, let's begin. Alright, so my opponent's going to be leading off with his, Spiritomb. I shouldn't forget that, as I lead off with my Rhyperior, as usual. He goes for the Nasty Plot, as I go for the Stealth Rocks, and I knew he had a Zoroark on his team, and this is where I find out that it is his Zoroark as soon as he goes for the Nasty Plot. Unfortunately, though, I don't know exactly what he's going to go for, so I don't want to over-predict at this point, so I just decide to leave my Rhyperior into die. Which is unfortunate. Now, I'm going to go into Azumarill. He goes for the Dark Pulse. I was figuring I could easily finish him off with a Waterfall, followed up by an Aqua Jet, but he flinches me. So, yeah, things are not off to a good start right now, I really hate to say. But luckily, he doesn't go for, like, the Sucker Punch or something, so I am able to get some good damage in with the Aqua Jet. But I'm already down two pokes, and he hasn't lost a single one yet. So, obviously, I'm getting concerned at this point. Now, I'm going to go into my Zapdos here, knowing I could wall this Zoroark pretty well, or I could at least just take one hit and finish him off with the Thunderbolt, which is exactly what I'm going to do here. I'll admit the Dark Pulse did do more damage than I would have liked, but as long as I could finish off the Zoroark, that's really what matters. That thing could have potentially swept my whole team, which is really annoying. Now he's going to go into his Claydol here, and this is where I really should have gone for the where I should have switched into my Mismagius, knowing just in case you want to go for the Rapid Spin. Toxicking him is good, but I really should have just switched into Mismagius, just knowing I could probably set up on him to a certain degree. As he does go for the Rapid Spin here, as I switch into Shaman, which is also a fairly good counter, but again, Mismagius just would have been better. I'm going to go for the Seed Flare here, I'm going to go for the Leech Seed, what am I saying? Why do I keep doing that? And just to get some good damage, but he's going to explode on me. But lucky for me, that explosion doesn't do much damage to my Shaman, so thank goodness for the nerfing, I guess. He's going to go into his Bishop now, and I am not liking this at all, because I know he's going to set up a Swords Dance right now. And as much as I want to go for the HP Fire, I do not carry it. I carry HP Ice. So that is potentially going to come to bite me in the ass, as you're about to see. Now, I am worried about this thing, but I also know he's probably just going to try and Sucker Punch me. So I figure I could probably live it anyway. So I go for an attacking move. I can't though. Really, I should have gone for the Roost, knowing that he couldn't OHKO me with a Sucker Punch. So yeah. Oh yeah, no, but it was because what I predicted. Oh well. Now I'm going to go into Mismagius. He's going to go for the Stone Edge and miss. I mean, wouldn't have mattered a whole lot, but it does definitely change things. This was where, though, I got confused. At first, I wasn't sure why he was actually able to live that Hidden Power fighting, and I was also shocked that he didn't go for the Sucker Punch there. I didn't quite get that, but maybe he just assumed I was going to set up. Either way, this isn't good, because I now have to go on a predicting spree here. I have to either hope he gets hacks and misses one of his Stone Edges trying to hit me, or I have to predict that he won't go for the Sucker Punch, and it is getting pretty difficult. Luckily here, I do make a good prediction, go for the Substitute, yet again expecting him to go for the Sucker Punch. predicting me to go for an attacking move, thinking he'll just go for the Stone Edge again, making my substitute pointless. either way, the substitute works out, and I am able to go for another hidden power fighting to finish him off, but I don't understand why I didn't go for the sucker punch here. Players, I suppose. So now it is back. Now we're actually even, and it's 3-3. But I am not liking this matchup against his Spiritomb. But I also don't expect him to really set up, so I figured just get some good damage on him with a Shadow Ball and see what happens. Shadow Ball does a little over a quarter because, well, let's face it, Spiritomb is pretty bulky, and he's going to break my substitute with a Dark Pulse. Now, obviously, I'm not going to want to stay in here, so I am, at this point, going to switch out Mismagius and go into my Shaman, because Shamans can take his hits pretty well. Going to go for the, I believe I go for the Leech Seed this turn, because I just wanted to seed something, and I do, but I miss, unfortunately, which really sucks. Now, he does go into Empoleon. I'm thinking, I don't know, Seed Flare just, he's probably not going to go for the Ice Beam straight away, predicting me to switch, but I miss my Seed Flare as he goes for Toxic, which really sucks. But I am going to go for the Seed Flare again, and I do get a crit, which kind of makes up for the hacks there, twofold, but, you know, whatever. Unfortunately, though, I know another Seed Flare will not be able to take him out, but I also know my Shaman is pretty much dead right here, so I go for the Seed Flare. Unfortunately, though, it misses, but he goes for the Toxic again, assuming I'm going to switch, or I don't know, maybe he just figured that was, he assumed I was going to die from the Toxic. I do, though, regardless, so that really sucks, but I'm going to be able to go into Victini and revenge kill the Empoleon with my Fusion Bolt. Now, here he goes into his Crustle, and I was thinking to myself, if he's got Sturdy, he's going to be able to live a hit either way, so maybe I can just go for the Zen Headbutt. Surely enough, that was actually the wrong play, because I didn't think he was carrying the Stone Edge and would actually finish me off in one hit. But thankfully, I am able to come in with my last poke, Mismagius, and finish him off with a Shadow Ball, so that is nice. Now, he's going to go into his last, which is Spiritomb, and unfortunately for me, I am not going to be able to get up a free substitute. And as much as I wish I could just sub-stall him, unfortunately, it's going to come down to whether or not I can get a crit with a Shadow Ball, and I cannot. Though then again, a crit wouldn't have mattered anyway, so GG, Prince of Gimmicks. I am unfortunately going to lose that match. But, good battle. I really enjoyed it. Not much more to say other than this. I guess I'm just going to go back to, I'm going to try actually this week to get a battle up Thursday, but maybe it'll be a live narration instead. Still trying to work out the kinks with that just to make sure it's not too, difficult or too tedious of a process. It shouldn't be, but it's more an issue of will the audio and video be synced enough, since I do my recording through Camtasia, but I record my audio through Audacity, so we'll see how that all works out. Anyways, guys, enjoy your Sunday. I know I'm not going to that much because I have to head up for work tomorrow. Gotta love Mondays, right? But regardless, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next time.